Title: SSS-Rank Villain, The Last Awakener. Intro. The world prays for heroes, lighting candles and raising flags beneath crumbling skies, as monstrous gates tear open reality and belch out horrors no blade nor bullet could ever truly destroy, and in the face of this never-ending apocalypse, salvation arrives not through governments or armies, but through the system, a force as enigmatic as it is absolute, selecting individuals from the masses and awakening within them impossible power, measuring their worth and branding them with ranks from barely better than a civilian, to SSS, a tier so rare and godlike that nations crumble over a single bearer. These people, these awakeners, stand on the front lines, not because they choose to, but because the system makes them necessary. Amid this balance of fate and blood stands one young man, Shinkairo, 17 years old and already invisible, not in the literal sense, but in the deeper way that society ignores those who show no promise. On the day of his awakening ceremony, hundreds gather under the Tower of Pulse, the radiant white obelisk that scans souls and decides futures, and one by one, the students step forward, cheers erupt for A ranks, sobs for D ranks, and silence for those too weak to rank at all. But when Cairo steps beneath the tower's glow, something different happens, nothing. The tower dims. The pulse flatlines. And then, for the first time ever, the system speaks rejection aloud. Invalid subject. Awakening denied. No rank. No explanation. Just silence, then cruel laughter, the kind that clings to your ribs for years. Cairo walks away not with anger, but a strange peace, because now the world has taken everything from him, its judgment, its hope, its purpose, and so he is free to become something else entirely. Chapter 1, Buried Gate. In the forgotten underlayers of Seoul, a district known as the Slab festers in its own rot, filled with broken buildings, lawless dungeons, and those too poor or too illegal to escape, and there, Cairo survives, scavenging mana fragments from expired gates, selling black market scraps to corrupt merchants, sleeping in hollowed-out train cars, and enduring. He dreams of nothing, hopes for nothing, until one night, he feels it. A pressure. A presence. A gate that's not on any record, without glow or hum, a black wound in the air itself. Something about it pulls. Not in invitation. In command. He enters. And is swallowed whole. Chapter 2, System Error. There is no floor, no walls, no light. Only the endless churn of broken logic and corrupted command lines, as if the fabric of existence has torn in a place not meant for humans. In that swirling code, something ancient and enormous watches. Not a god. Not a demon. Something older than classification. You were denied by the system. So I offer you a different one. Become what it fears. Become the corruption. The question appears, glowing blood red in a language Cairo suddenly understands. Accept the villain class? Yes. SSS-Rank class granted, Villain of the Void. Talent, absolute corruption. Trait, system parasite. And in a moment that feels like death and birth and clarity all at once, Cairo feels everything: how skills are built from variables, how status is a mask, how the system is not divine but flawed, and how he, now, is the flaw it cannot correct. Chapter 3, Slaughter Zone. He returns from the gate, holding a monstrous black core that pulses with unstable energy, and his eyes gleam with knowledge. In the slab, a gang-run guild is harassing a young healer, forcing her into an illegal blood contract, and Cairo watches for a moment, silent. Then the shadows around his feet ripple. Black tendrils lash from the cracks in the pavement, dragging the guild members into the earth screaming, and as they thrash, he touches their skills, not stealing them, but rewriting them. Their strength becomes his. Their memories flicker and vanish. He leaves them broken, empty. He doesn't need to kill. He infects. He adapts. Chapter 4, Most Wanted. Reports flood the Hunter Bureau. A rankless individual is stealing skills. Awakeners are being neutralized without injury. Dungeons are being cleared and corrupted. No record, no scan, no footage. Only whispers. They call him null. The Bureau issues a world threat alert. And yet, Cairo walks among them, smiling, listening, rewriting his own presence to remain invisible, erasing security footage, disabling drones with thoughts. They can't catch what they can't record. Chapter 5, Villain Training Arc. Cairo tests his abilities deeper in corrupted gates. He learns that absolute corruption lets him edit the code of any skill or item, permanently altering effects. With System Parasite, he can attach to other Awakeners mid-fight and leech experience from their kills. He raises a broken boss monster and renames it Nixa, the glitched dragon. He fuses multiple traits and creates something entirely new: voidcasting, the ability to fabricate skills from corrupted fragments. He doesn't level up. He rewrites what leveling up even means. Chapter 6, Oblivion. The world thinks he's a rogue. A virus. But Cairo begins building a following: Awakeners who were cast aside, failed experiments, betrayed supporters, skillless nobodies. He gives them purpose, power, truth. He calls them Oblivion, and they wear no rank, no color, no symbol but a shattered halo. They are not here to challenge the world's order. They are here to replace it. Chapter 7, Showdown. Liara, an S-Rank elite, finally tracks him down. They clash in an abandoned gate. Her blade splits the sky. His code fragments the ground. The fight is inconclusive. But she sees something. Not madness. Not cruelty. Just someone with the resolve to do what no one else dares. She offers him a deal: join her, fix the corruption inside the bureau. Cairo declines. I'm not here to fix your world. I'm here to end it, and build a better one. Chapter 8, The Tower Crumbles. The Tower of Pulse begins to crack. Emergency alarms ring across every city. The system reports internal breaches. Cairo appears at the peak, hands glowing with corrupted code. System core override detected. Emergency reset request denied. The tower begins to pixelate, breaking apart like glass in slow motion. Every screen in the world flickers to black. And then his voice speaks. The world you know was built on lies. Your strength, your worth, your fate, all chosen for you. But no more. There will be no ranks. No levels. No gods. Only truth. And with that, the system collapses. Outro. They asked for a savior. They crowned false heroes. But the one who was denied everything rewrote the rules. The one they abandoned became their reckoning. Chapter 9, The Rebirth of a Broken World. When the Tower of Pulse crumbles and the system shatters into silence, what follows is not liberation but paralysis. Awakeners who once held cities with a single glare are suddenly powerless. Others awaken in terrifying new ways: rankless, unstable, mutating beyond classification. Civilization doesn't fall overnight, it forgets how to stand. In the vacuum, Cairo offers not control, but truth. He establishes black zones, free zones, where system laws no longer apply and power is earned, not assigned. But with freedom comes fear, and many see Cairo not as a liberator, but a destroyer who broke the world so only he could rule it. What they don't see are the children he's teaching, the refugees he's sheltering, and the enemies he's warning. Because something worse is coming. Chapter 10, The God Protocol Awakens. The system was never meant to be omnipotent. It was meant to be a firewall. With it gone, the oldest lines of code on Earth, buried in planetary servers known as the Codex Spires, begin to glow. The God Protocol, an ancient failsafe from a long-forgotten civilization, is reactivated. Unlike the system, it doesn't assign ranks. It doesn't grant power. It destroys anomalies, beings that break the rules of reality. And Cairo, by simply existing, becomes anomaly number 1. God Protocol 01 awakened. Mission: nullify the null. Chapter 11, Singularity Virus. The first protocol entity is not a creature, but a disease, a mimetic plague that spreads through voice, song, and thought. Those who hear its frequency become vessels, singing themselves into mindless obedience. A once loyal Oblivion general, Rissa, is infected mid-mission. Cairo enters her collapsing mindscape, where music bends space and memory, to sever the link. But as he does, he sees echoes of himself as copies, simulations stored in a God backup system, trying to overwrite him completely. He destroys them. Rissa survives. But the damage is clear, the protocol can learn. Chapter 12, False Divinity. Han Seojin, once believed dead, returns wielding an AI-forged trait called Heaven's Verdict, allowing him to command time-limited reality states, miniature worlds where he is God. Seojin believes the system was a gift and Cairo has doomed humanity. Their battle shatters a third of the eastern continent. For the first time, Cairo loses, because in Seojin's judgment world, corruption doesn't spread. Cairo escapes by rewriting the exit code mid-collapse, planting a delayed virus in Seojin's weapon, a blade that, when next drawn, will no longer cut for justice, but question its definition. Chapter 13, Codex Wars. Across the world, ancient codex spires begin activating, each granting insane, world-altering reality edits to whoever controls them. One lets its bearer delete a second of global time every day. Another reboots a person's entire life like a save file. A third creates skill fusions through emotion. Cairo splits Oblivion into specialized strike divisions, codex breakers, codex keepers, and codex divers. He's not just fighting anymore. He's building a network of reality engineers. But the God Protocol adapts too, creating new enemy classes called Purifiers, human AI hybrids born from the minds of erased Awakeners. Chapter 14, Echo and the Library of Never. Echo, the rankless girl who manipulates time by instinct, finds a hidden gate during a random distortion event. It leads to a plane beyond all data, the Library of Never, where failed timelines are stored like books. Cairo follows. Inside, he sees futures where he became a tyrant. Futures where he died. Futures where the world was perfect without him. Echo, clutching a book labeled Cairo Prime, asks if she's real or written. He has no answer. But he takes the book anyway and locks the library behind code only she can unlock. Chapter 15, System Rebirth, Humanity v2. Cairo discovers that the God Protocol intends to restart the world, not just delete him. Its final project, Humanity v2, a generation of emotionless, logic-born awakeners encoded to never question, never disobey. They will not live. They will execute. The first of them, a girl called Vanta, defeats 4 Oblivion generals in seconds. Cairo doesn't fight her, he speaks. He lets her see emotion. Memory. Music. She breaks. And when she breaks, she cries for the first time. Cairo names her. Welcome to the side that chooses. Chapter 16, Null Ascension. As the God Protocol readies its final purge, Project Heavenfall, a complete memory wipe of the planet, Cairo initiates a desperate plan. He uses the corrupted remains of the Tower of Pulse as a transmitter and uploads himself into the origin layer of the God Code. His body dies. His voice becomes pure signal. For days, satellites scream static across the globe. Then silence. Then a single message blinks into every neural interface. I'm not gone. I'm everything they fear now. Chapter 17, Reboot. God Protocol shatters. The Codex Spire's seal. And the world enters a new age, not of control, but of intent. There are no more ranks. No more awakenings by force. People discover their abilities gradually, or not at all. Free will replaces destiny. Power is now shaped by meaning, not measurement. Oblivion disbands, but its members wander, teaching, protecting, reminding. Echo takes up Cairo's staff. Vanta becomes the new coder of a fairer system. And in the shadows, digital stars blink watching, waiting.